Hello, this is Miss Eubank, and tonight we're going to talk about graphing quadratics. Um, After Monday's class, you'll be able to graph parabolas, find the roots of a quadratic by factoring, and use the roots to find the vertex. So first we have an example, y equals x squared minus 4. So the first thing we're going to want to do is factor it. So we're going to set y equal to 0. So 0, I'm just getting used to this airliner, but 0 equals x squared minus 4. Okay, so we're going to factor this. We've got x and then an x over here. And 4 is a perfect square. So we have a 2 and a 2. And since there's no middle term and the 4 is negative, we're going to have a plus 2 and a minus 2. So now we're going to solve for this. So x is going to equal negative 2 or positive 2. Now these numbers are called roots. And when we graph these, the points that we're going to graph are negative 2, 0, and positive 2, 0. So we can plot those points right now. If we go over here, we have negative 2, 0, and positive 2, 0. Okay, now we want to find the x-coordinate of our vertex. And the vertex is going to be the highest or lowest point of our graph. So to find the x-coordinate of our vertex, all we have to do is average the x-coordinate of our roots, which is negative 2 and 2. So we're going to do negative 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Oops. And that's going to equal 0. So our x-coordinate for our vertex is 0. Then to find the y-coordinate of our vertex, we have to plug the x into our equation. So we started out with y equals x squared minus 4, and x equals 0, so we're going to plug that in. So y equals 0 minus 4. So we have y equals negative 4. And that is our y-coordinate of our vertex. So the point of our vertex is going to be at 0, negative 4. And that should make sense because we're graphing a parabola and the parabola is symmetrical. So we're going to go on our graph here, 0, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So when we graph this, it's going to look something like this. And that's it. So we have our two roots in our vertex, and then we connect the points. All right, let's try one more example. Okay, so here, first thing we're going to do, set y equal to 0. So we have x squared. Oops, that's too far away. X squared minus 6x plus 8. And we're going to factor. So 0 equals, we have our two quantities. We know a x goes first in both, x and an x. And we're going to list the factors of 8. So we have 1 and 8, 2 and 4, and that's it. So we need to find the two numbers that can add or subtract to give us -6. So here we can use 4 and 2. 4 and 2. And since our 8 is positive, we're going to do the 1D's double stack. So we have two negatives. So we're going to put a minus here, minus here. Okay, so we're going to solve for x. So x is going to equal 2 or 4. Okay, so our points are going to be 2, 0 and 4, 0. And these are our roots. So we're going to graph them over here. We're going to go positive 2, 0 and positive 4, 0. Okay, so now we're going to find our x-coordinate of our vertex. So we said that it's the average of our x-coordinates of our roots. So we're going to do 2 plus 4 divided by 2, which will give us 3. So this is our x-coordinate for our vertex. So now we're going to plug that 3 in for x to solve for y. So we're going to have y equals 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 8. And when we evaluate that, we get y equals -1. So our point for the vertex is 3, -1. So we're going to plot this point. We're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, down 1. All right, and I'm going to try to graph this again. Put our arrows because it's going to go on forever in both directions. And that is it. So I will see you guys later.